Hello everybody, this is the June 13th, 2018 edition of the Ephrom Josine Show. I am your host, Ephrom Josine. I couldn't find much news today, so instead I just figured, we'll read some columns from conservative pundits and have some fun. I think we need these kinds of episodes every now and then to sort of balance it out. 'Cause how does the old saying go? There's probably a saying about this, but I just forgot it, so... The first one is from patriotpost.us or .us because they are United States, in case you did not know. But yeah, this column is by Dennis Prager, that crazy old man who runs PragerU, PragerU in giant quotation marks, and it's called Miss America, the latest institution destroyed by the left. We've actually talked about Miss America ending its swimsuit competition before. Essentially, I don't care. There's no nice way to put I just don't care. The only other coverage we had in the show was Courtney Krischoff, also equally overreacting to it in my mind. Like, there are still tons of other beauty pageants you can watch. Go watch Miss USA. I think that was the one Donald Trump actually used to own before he was president. And he even admitted that one was purely based on beauty, so just go watch that. I wonder which one of his kids he gave it to. I think he should have given it to Barron, honestly. Okay, Barron, you're becoming a man now. But essentially, if you want to know my opinion on Miss America, I think the fact that it's the biggest scholarship program for women is kind of sad. I think the fact it actively lies about that is also pretty sad. It's Last Week Tonight uncovered. I honestly think that the fact it actively tried to make it look somewhat about intelligence was completely pathetic. I mean, there was those... Like, every year, there's always that girl who answers an extreme... Like, this very serious question in one of the dumbest ways possible, and I'm just sitting there thinking, why did you ask her that question? Does anyone actually... Is that factoring in at all? But I just spent 2 minutes rambling about my opinion on Miss America. You want to hear me make fun of Dennis Prager. So let's make fun of Dennis Prager. As I have documented repeatedly, the left ruins just about everything it touches. We tried, don't worry, Dennis, and there's plenty more where it came from. The universities, the arts, the elementary schools, okay, the high schools, religion, proudly. That one was a little hard, but we did it, trust me. Sports and ordinary, everyday interactions between human beings. You think you're kind of exaggerating there? Especially human beings of different races. The latest example, in just the last few weeks, are the Boy Scouts, sculptures, and the Miss America pageant. I'll be covering the Boy Scouts thing too. I won't be covering the sculptures one because I have no clue what he's talking about with this story. The left's decade-long attempt to radically change the Boy Scouts has ended in triumph. Now the Boy Scouts is admitting not only older girls but also younger girls as Cub Scouts. It is dropping boy from its name and becoming Scouts BSA. Thanks to the left, the Boy Scouts, one of the most socially and morally constructed organizations in America, is no longer the Boy Scouts. Well, wait, if it's so great, what's wrong with letting the other half of the population in it? You're contradicting yourself, Dennis. And, by the way, I just want to say, local man learned to tie a knot 50 years ago and won't shut up about it. Sorry, couldn't resist. As a result of that, as a result of the decision, okay, you said as a result twice, but okay, to admit openly gay males as troop leaders, the Boy Scouts never asked potential troop leaders about their sexual orientation, but did not allow openly gay troop leaders. Okay, yeah, I'm against that for the same reason I would be against don't ask, don't tell, because at best it's a half measure, and why do you care? And as a result of factors specific to the Mormon Church, the largest sponsor of Boy Scout troops in America, the church has ended its 100-year relationship with the Boy Scouts. I cry. Don't worry, Dennis. I cry that the Church of Mormonism, the Mormon Church, no longer sponsors the Boy Scouts. This is a grave issue. You were right, Dennis. I was wrong. Okay, here's some more. The latest victim of the left is the Miss America contest. The Miss America board announced that contests will no longer wear swimsuits or evening gowns because Miss America will no longer be about physical beauty. It will be about the hopes and aspirations of 52 women contestants. I would just like to point out, by the way, Dennis has made himself out to be the social conservative, the modesty guy. Watch anything he sponsored on PragerU about social sciences, and you will get this idea that he completely supports modesty. He completely supports traditionalism. So this is an example of the Miss America pageant doing something that I'd assume you'd like, because you're such a hardcore social conservative. It's the same thing Courtney Krischoff and Steven Crowder, and I don't know if Matt Walsh did it. I actually kind of think Matt Walsh wouldn't have, because say what you will about him, he's not a hypocrite. He's stupid, but he's not a hypocrite. Or sorry, he's wrong, but he's not a hypocrite. I don't know the intelligence level of Matt Walsh, you know. But yeah, you're all just a bunch of hypocrites. My first reaction is, why stop there? To be consistent with its new ideals, the event should no longer be televised, but rather broadcast on the radio. Only then will the contestants' look be truly irrelevant. Now, I'd like to focus. I'm going to read this paragraph out in full. It will show you exactly what I mean. The left, which has brought Sex Week to almost every college campus, which has introduced co-ed dormitories with co-ed showers and bathrooms, and which has told young women that sex without any commitment should be as much fun for them as it is for men, is now the guardian of modesty at the Miss America contest. Now give me a single thing listed there that Dennis supports. Go on, name a single thing listed that Dennis Prager has said, I support that. He is against bringing Sex Week to every college campus. He's against co-ed dormitories, co-ed showers, and bathrooms. He's against telling young women that sex without any commitment should be as much fun for them as it is for men. So he is the guardian of modesty by his own definition. And now, no, sorry, the left is doing it, and I'm tribal, so whoops. It's what we also sometimes call a Bill Ma, but that's another story. Here's some more. One irony is feminists have argued for decades that women should be allowed to walk around topless, just as men can. Another irony, that be part of the same irony, is that when non-Muslims argue that Muslim women wearing a chador is dehumanizing, the left charges them with intolerance and Islamophobia because it's about choice, Dennis. If you want to go out in 90-degree heat in a winter coat, okay, you can. If you want to go out in 0-degree weather wearing absolutely nothing, okay, I don't care. I thought, again, Dennis, you're Mr. The bigger the government, the smaller the citizen. That is a quote from you. And yet, when it comes to actual personal matters in life, you're like, no, the bigger the government, the better it is. A third irony, you never gave a second irony, is women are as interested in seeing beautiful women in swimsuits as men are. That is probably true, I'll give you that. And even then, just go online then. Or go to a beach, or do anything. Here's the rule. Watch any media Dennis has ever criticized. I guarantee you'll see it. Anyway, one more thing I'd like to talk about. The Supreme Court recently decided that voter purges in the state of Ohio for inactive voters, as they put it, is completely constitutional. Now, they picked Ohio, and I love the fact they picked Ohio. You want to know why? Well, let's go back to 2004. That was the year George W. Bush was up for re-election. There were people who were convicted of vote tampering. And guess what state it was in? Ohio. And guess who won Ohio? It was Bush. So Republicans have been known to do things like that, specifically in the state of Ohio before, because it's one of the most powerful swing states, which they've gerrymandered to the point where they're basically red at this point. Like, if you actually look at these gerrymandered maps, by the way, they are amazing. You know, just ask people from around those states, hey, do you relate with anyone in these counties? They'll say, no. No, I don't. I don't like a single person there. You know? But okay, I'm being unfair. I will say this, though. If this continues, there is a disturbing chance Donald Trump will win Ohio in 2020 when he's up for re-election. And I guarantee you, if he does, it will be because of this. It won't be because the people genuinely like it. It will be because of this. And we need to be very careful who we put up against him in 2020, specifically because of this. And that is it. I'm Ephrom, and good night.